What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Fignight at the Tavern. It is me, the OG Fig Kid, Thomas Montalto. Joining me, as usual, the hottest hot tag partner in the business, this guy right
Point
here.
it back at you. It's good old Mike Bellcaster. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a beautiful, another stellar Tuesday right here at the Turnbuckle Tavern at Fig Night. Your Fig guys are here. What's up? How's it going, Tom?
It's going well. How you doing, buddy?
I am swimming in action figures, actually, so it's going really well.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing to me.
I'm like Scrooge McDuck in the vault right now. I'm just living the dream.
Did you say the vault? No.
I did. No.
Yeah. Speaking of the vault, I think we have a guest we want to bring in.
I got something for you this time. I got a guy I want to talk to.
Welcome to the show, Figvault. Joey Figs. What's up, Joe? How's it going?
What's going on, guys? I like that intro. That was pretty sick.
I was listening to your podcast. First of all, guys, if you're not checking out Case Fresh podcast, and we'll tell you all the info where to find it, you got to start listening. Third episode dropped last week. It's an amazing podcast about wrestling figures, which is what we all love. But if you have the name Joey Figs, that's the only name I would ever need, dude. I love that name when I heard him say that.
Same. Because what am I going to say? Oh, I'm Figvault. It sounds stupid. You know, it's just like my Instagram name. And I'm like, what kind? And it just came off the top of the dome. I'm like, all right, Joey Figs. Joey
like
Figs it is.
I need a Joey Figs shirt. That just has a ring to it. I love it. So.
The wrestling figure mafia with Joey Figs. I like it.
Ooh, I like that.
Hey, we're working on brainstorming here. It's good stuff.
Listen, like I said, we just love the wrestling figure community, and we just want it to grow. And listening to your podcast, man, there's so much to be learned there, and we're gonna get into that. But first, we're gonna do the news and all the fun stuff, and we could just chat and have a great old time. Thank you for joining us. Are you guys ready for the news?
Yes, sir.
I'm stoked for the news. It's favorite segment of the week, Tom. You know.
And now to figure news.
It's like you just missed last week, cutting me off, and you just got to do it again. I get it. It's okay, understandable. We're all here. It's all good. Guys,
I thought I actually had it that time. I thought you were on a pause, and yet you just keep talking. There's like 134 episodes in a row. I've cut you off.
It's okay. It's going to be the forever rib, and I love it.
It is. And in case people are wondering who's in the background of your picture there, Joe. Should I call you Joe? Like you said, it's weird.
You can call me Joe. It's fine. Yeah,
All
don't
right.
call me. Please don't call me Figvault.
All right. Tell people who's in the picture behind you.
That's my buddy. That's my dog. That's Mikey Figs, the Fig heel.
Yeah, friend of the show. He's been on twice. And again, like when I had him on, I said I love listening to you talk, dude. You're welcome here anytime. So now getting to hear him speak every week, it's like it can't miss podcast for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, he's the lead guy. He's a good speaker, so let him do them duties.
I'll say you're both good speakers because I thoroughly enjoy both of you listening to the shows. So
I appreciate your line just there. Thank you.
Not at all. All right, Mike, are you ready to dive into the news?
I'm ready. You cut me off. We're working stiff here. I am ready for some news, man. Starting off fresh, we got Hassel Toys with the 6-inch Kurt Fuller figure. My goodness. Thoughts, comments? What are you thinking about that?
I saw this in person over the weekend. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the only the arms and the head can move. The legs do not move, and I've seen a lot of people complaining about that, and I can see people not liking that, but like this is going right on my shelf. Yeah. That's it. I'm not going to be putting a Kurt Fuller and a sharpshooter, so the leg articulation is irrelevant to me. But I get people.
I mean, I agree with you. With this figure, you don't really need much articulation other than arms and the waist. And the waist does move, right? Or is it just a head?
Yes. Yeah.
The waist, yeah. Like it's a suited figure. You don't need all the articulation of a regular 6-inch action figure, in my opinion. Like again, but I'm not going to be playing with it. I'm like you. If I bought it, I'd have it on my shelf and it's going to be displayed.
I don't think anybody would be playing with it. This is an old movie star from the 80s. There's no kids are going to be playing with this. So
Kurt Fuller's kids aren't even going to be playing with.
And why is it relevant to a wrestling figure podcast? In case you're curious and you don't know who he is, Mike, tell them where he's from.
He's from No Holds Barred, man. He's
Yeah.
the best. It's the absolute. What's that smell? You know, you gotta complete the shot. Well, now you can complete the shot thanks to Hassle Toys, man. I love the video of Kurt Fuller getting to check it out. That was a really nice little post that Hassle threw up there. I like it, man. It's a cool little niche figure to throw in your collection, and it's great. And articulation be damned. Who needs Kurt Fuller to be doing more than standing there pointing at you?
Yeah, I agree. When he announced this, I was like, I don't know if I need that. And then I saw it. I'm like, I need this.
How many times does that happen where I don't need that, and then you're in like Walmart or Target and you see it, and it's like, well, on the other hand, I think this is going home with me today.
Yeah, all the time.
It just happened today. I got Sultan. I wasn't expecting I was going to pick up Sultan when he went down on the clearance, because I was expecting him to float around for a few, but it was on sale today. I just grabbed it, and why not?
Figure of the year.
Yeah, right.
I know that Captain Lou figures are also like they just crush that Captain Lou.
He's chilling here too.
It's very good. I do like it. Oh, you got the shirt on there. I like that.
He's got to spruce him up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, he swapped out the vest that comes with him with the Superstars soft goods vest, so it's so cool. Like, and I have a bunch of the Superstars, so I'll be doing the same thing. And I have a bunch of the Legends Captain Lou already because I picked up a couple more today.
You gotta love it, man.
Absolutely. What do we got next, Mike?
Well, we're gonna hop right into the real fun stuff. The WWE Wreckin' Raw Brawl playset, exclusive to Coles and Smiths in the UK. Look at that bad boy. It looks fun.
It does look fun.
Yeah.
Do you collect this type of stuff, Joe?
No.
Yeah, I don't either, but it does look like a lot of fun. I could see why kids would like this, and
Yeah.
For sure, that's what it's for. I don't do figure photography or anything like that, so I have no use for anything in here. The forklift does look sick, but
I like it. I appreciate the vehicles. Like they probably get overlooked because it's like, oh, it's just a kid's thing. But like the Stone Cold monster truck, awesome touch. The forklift would have sold better, I think, if they had Brock in the package, right? But
well, I was thinking the same thing, and I wonder if he was originally on the package, and that's like a late change.
Yeah, it's still a cool set. I like that they give a pallet, a breakable pallet. It looks like, and like you got some cool little accessories there. You got Cody. If this is a perfect like birthday gift for somebody,
yeah.
Yeah.
I think they did Brock on the forklift already.
Oh, didn't they?
I think they did a set with that.
He came with it, right? Like he was.
Yeah,
he was
I believe so.
Yeah, it was
It was
Cowboy
a blue
Prop
forklift.
days, man.
Well,
You
it's
gotta
a
love it.
fun, cool set. So
Yeah,
be
if you
on
need
the
a
lookout.
basic ring. This is a good job to pick up a new one. Like I don't know, my kids beat the shit out of my basic rings. Definitely get those scuff marks off the bottom and get a new one, man. It's a cool little deal there. I like it.
Cool. What do we got next, Mike?
Yes, this is the good new WWE 3-pack exclusive to Sam's Club and Smith's UK. All the figures have updated articulations from the basic line. It's weird character choices, I think, but not bad.
Main event line.
Yeah, there you go. Main event line.
It's done now.
Always basics to me, man. Always basic.
Well, we have the
I hear you.
current world champion in here, and the first world champion, along with the man Becky Lynch, who's the women's champion. Like I'm trying to still get down all the names of the titles. She's the world champion, right, Becky? Like I hate all the names of the titles, and so.
Yeah,
But
it's
it
a
looks
bit
like a
annoying.
fun set. I don't collect any. Well, I shouldn't say I don't collect any basics. If there's a gaping hole in somebody I need, or it looks really good, I might pick up a basic, or a suited basic seems to work really well. Are you a basic guy?
Suited figures, great.
No.
Yeah. Basics don't bother me. Like I said, like I just put them on my shelf. I'd rather actually not have the ab crunch, but I'm so used to elites now that
Yeah.
basics is fine as long as they have like enough deco on it. It's fine.
Yeah, I agree. Like I when I first started, I actually liked the basics more than the elites because, again, I wasn't playing with them; I was just displaying them. And then, like along the way, sometime I fell in love with the elites as well, and then I switched over. So
Yeah. No, it took me a long time to get into liking the elites with the ab crunch and stuff like that. Like I like the deluxe
yeah,
aggression figures that Jax had, and it was like kind of the move into the Mattel line and stuff like that. But like I was, classic superstars, ride or die, ruthless aggression. Like I didn't want the ab crunch at first. Now I can't get enough of it. Crazy.
All right.
Good stuff, though. What else we got here? We are rocking in. Ooh, we got some Major Bendy news, which is great. We got new Major Bendies up for pre-order now, featuring Danhausen in the awesome Homer Simpson Moo inspired gear. You gotta love it. We got Maki Ito. This is a cool little set here. I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you collect the Major Bendies, Joe?
Yeah, mostly WWF guys that fit the era pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, except for Attitude Era, I won't cross over into Attitude Era. So basically, just like new gen WWF guys. I'm in.
It's cool.
Gotcha. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
you-
Major Bendies. I don't collect them all, but I definitely pick and choose from the ones I want. But I'm all in on the big rubber guys. That's mine. So
Yeah, these are cool though. I like it. I like the Moo with the Homer Simpson like get up. Like that's a nice little touch. Little Easter egg bendies like that I think are really the good market with these. Like I like because I bought like the Jade Silent Bob ones. I don't collect bendies. I didn't collect Bendums, but like I like the little niche characters here and there. Probably gonna end up picking up Danhausen.
yeah, as a kid, I had the LJN Bendies, and I love them. So they were my favorite.
I was always a Bendy's guy.
Yeah,
I like
and
them.
we get the first ever Steve Macklin figure in this set, and you guys have till the end of the month to get your order in. And remember, the pre-order is the order, so don't like be sitting there wondering why I don't get it in 3 weeks. This is a pre-order; you'll get it in a couple of months. Probably was it about 6 month wait, but they do such a good job with the turnover there. So
Yeah, it might even be sooner than that. They're really quick with it.
they really are. They really are. That's why I love ordering from them. You know you're going to get whatever that you ordered, and you know it's going to be a quality product. Koenig just has killed it with these 2 lines that he's done so far.
Yeah, I almost miss out on not ordering these just because give Kanik the extra stress from just getting the boxes at his house, opening them, shipping them. That would be more of an incentive for me to get more. But I love it; they're cool, man. But yeah, like you said, available now. Don't miss out, man. Do not sleep on the bendies. This is good stuff. What do we got here next? We got Mattel's, on sale date for Mattel's new WWE Elite Collection. Mattel Creations exclusive Legends of the Territory Era 4-pack. That is a mouthful. Currently scheduled for Wednesday, May 15th at 12 p.m. Eastern. You got Muhammad Ali versus Gorilla Monsoon and Harley Race versus the superstar himself, Billy Graham. These I am so stoked for, even though I do not need a Muhammad Ali again.
I mean, this Harley Race, that's the champion of this set for me. That's the figure. Like, I love the Billy Graham. I need the Gorilla Monsoon. But when I think Harley Race, this is what I think. And I think that's what everybody thinks.
Yeah.
What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, it's a nice Harley Race. Not really for me. I mean, I'm getting this set automatic, and I'll take the Harley Race, but I'm really, really pumped for that Superstar.
Yeah,
It's a great
I
Superstar
love
race.
Superstar.
Yeah. And you could double in and hold him over as another Jesse the Body Ventura until we actually get one. But he's so good, man. It's so
Hopefully
good.
soon. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, right? Yeah, the
listen,
way things are going, fingers are crossed. I
talking
need
with
my
WWE
Ventura.
again.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of those guys from the concussion lawsuit are back in talk. So
I'm here for it.
that's
But
old WWE now, where like anything can happen nowadays. It's so good to know that we have possibilities with these people who we haven't seen figures of, our legends, like the Road Warriors,
Yeah.
Demolition. Doors are open. That's the most important thing. Let's get them signed.
It's going to be wild.
The community would implode if they got Demolition and Legion of Doom again.
Right?
Oh,
No, I would never. I'm not counting. I think to say by this time next year we'll probably have some sort of announcement of one or the other.
You need LOD 2000 now.
Yes, please,
Need it.
thank you. That's one of the most iconic slept-on look, man. It's such a great the biker helmets, everything, beautiful.
Give me the Road Warriors with the white shoulder pads and the Zubas. I need that. I need that.
Yes.
Give me all the Road Warrior figures. Just make every version of the Road Warriors ever, and I will buy every one. Did you get the bell to bell Road Warriors, Joe?
Yes, I did.
I love that set. Like they
Yeah,
fit
very
right in
nice
with our superstars line. Like, yeah, so now we need Demolition superstars to fit in there. That would be
Right?
that'd be my dream.
Yeah.
I like what you're
Oh,
thinking.
man, that would be really nice.
I just
Yeah.
came up with another great idea. What about killer bees with swappable heads where they have the masks on and then you could take the masks off, hide them under your ring, they switch each other. Like, how great is that idea? Like, come on, they gotta get Steve. Oh, speaking of Steve Ozer, Mike, we have some news. We didn't announce it yet. Why don't you announce it right now?
Oh my goodness, we're gonna have our good friend Steve Ozer back on Fignight next week. Am I correct?
Next
right?
Tuesday,
Next
8 p.m.
Tuesday.
Special start time, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Steve Ozer will be here. You
got
guys
a lot to
joining in the
talk
chat.
about.
You can ask him some questions. It'll be an awesome time.
I have to complain more about not having a Super Mario version of Captain Lou. Just gonna get. I'm never gonna stop, man. It's gonna. But I'm looking
You have
forward to
Captain Lou in your hands. You could customize it. Just got a
We need
sewing machine and make some clothes.
Well, you got to get the mustache. It's not the same without the mustache, man.
Yeah, maybe we'll get that for Comic-Con.
That I was saying, I thought it was so perfect last year because the Mario movie popped out. I was like, oh, what a better time to be alive. But fingers are crossed, man. Imagine a nice little warp pipe packaging with the bricks in the background.
It would be sick.
Get the staircase like from the TV show. It would be so good. But yes, looking forward to that. Guys, tune in next week for Steve Ozer. It's going to be a fun time, as always, as it always is, man. But moving on, we got some more news. We got the Jazzwares AEW Collect Forever 1 of 1,000. Britt Baker has taken a delay. She's been delayed in shipping till July, so not too bad, right? It's coming around right in quarter.
Wow. They said it was in stock a couple weeks ago.
That's so upper deck.
Them in stock. Like, it'll be in a few months.
Yeah.
Like, don't worry about it.
They had of it and they were empty. Like, how does it go in stock to delay till July?
They just bought acrylic cases, and they're like, "Oh, we forgot to get the figure." It's wild, man. I'm still on the fence with those Collect Forever things. I think it's kind of weird. I don't know. It doesn't fit my needs.
It's great. I like that they're going in this direction. It's cool. It's different. I got to CM Punk, and that's where I'm going to stop. I just wanted to, just the novelty of it, having a slab figure.
Yeah,
is great. And I like how they go off of the gear that's on the card, but they've already done those gears.
Yeah,
that's where it sucks. And it's like, we already got these already, but it's a cool concept. Let's give us somebody new.
How's the quality of the slab?
It's very nice.
No, man.
It's very nice.
See, I missed not ordering the CM Punk because I'm like kind of an AEW completionist, and this was the first thing that I was like, I'm going to take a minute off for it. And I'm kind of mad I didn't.
It's a great concept. It's just, it's probably going to die because they're just re-releasing figures.
So. Yeah. It's a shame, but still cool. So if you guys are waiting for your Brits, now you know where they are. They're still floating around somewhere.
Man.
But now, last but not least, I'm super pumped for these, by the way. The Mattel Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles WWE Elite Series 1 coming this fall to Target and Smiths in the UK. These look so awesome, so playful. Great character choices, I think. I'm pumped for these, man. I think this is a really great crossover for that.
Are you into the crossovers, Joe?
I saw these at WWE World at the Superstore, and I was like, I'm passing on these. But now that I see the packaging's beautiful. I'm assuming that's by Bruce Mode. Shout out Bruce Mode. And the packaging got me. I'm in.
They're wild looking. Like the package, I was pumped just to see them, but to see the packaging with the pizza goo and all that, like it just it makes you feel like you're watching, the cartoon again when you were a kid. So how can you not love these? I love the sword.
Look at the sewer cap popping off.
So we were on the same page there. It's amazing, man. It's so cool, nice little unique, and I'm not even a big fan of having the window at the top of the packages. Like it's a cool thing to get some light in there, but like that if there's a way to do it, you can't really get a better way than pulling the store cap off.
It's genius.
Oh, and this feels right here, man.
The art looks so good.
Beautiful job, man.
So, as a person who was never a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, this is an easy pass for me. However, I do have the original crossover, the Piper and the Savage, in my collection because I felt like that was a tribute to Piper and Savage. I'm not into the Turtles. I've never been into the Turtles. It's an easy pass for me. But man, this might be the type of thing like Joe said before. I think we said it before we got on air. I'm not buying this, and I walk into the store and I see it, and it comes home with me just because of how cool it looks. I did the same thing with the Ghostbusters. I had zero interest until I saw them, and now I have the whole set.
Yeah. This is a good for the nerds out there, and I'm a nerd, man. I'm sold. Like, I'm super pumped for these. I love the artwork. Yeah, but the artwork's got like the Saturday Super Show like kind of vibe to it as well. Like it's just so great, man.
It's so good.
I love details like that. It's just beautifully done. Like, come on, it's fantastic.
Man, I'll tell you, looking at these pictures now, it's making me want them just because of how great the packaging is and the figures in there. Like, it looks really good.
Yeah,
And
the
what they're
artwork.
not showing is those cool weapon holders that they have. Like they got like little shelving that put the bow on and then like the nunchucks, and it's their character themed. So cool.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a pretty dope line.
Yeah, I'm pumped for it. I like little things like that, and it's cool to see fandoms crossover. Especially, it's a rare occasion in pro wrestling, right? So it's nice to see.
Yeah, I think the only crossover line I was really into was the WWE Masters of the Universe.
Those were awesome, man.
You know,
Yeah.
I love them. I'm so sad that they're gone.
Yeah. I mean, you could still kind of collect them with the Superstars line, but it's just not the same, you know. The
Yeah,
comic and everything was it was such a unique, awesome way to do it. They delivered so damn well too.
yeah, and he didn't expect to go. I think it went like 10 series. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then
Crazy.
again, I wasn't a He-Man fan, but I did pick up a bunch of those, and I wish I bought more of them now because they would fit right in with my Superstars line. So
You weren't a Masters of the Universe fan, and you weren't a Turtles fan.
that's right. I'm probably a little older than you guys.
Come on,
though, so
dude.
I need like
Yeah.
a Dukes of Hazzard crossover with
Duke's out, man.
yeah,
Nah, son.
I don't think that's ever coming.
I was going to say that's going to be a hard sell for the folks over at Mattel. Never say never, though. You know, we might get the good ones back.
You
That'd
never
be great.
know.
Yeah,
You never
man.
know. So let's dive into it, Joe. Let's talk about you. When did you first fall in love with wrestling?
My father was a big wrestling fan, so I was born into wrestling. Like I've been into wrestling since I can remember. Figures, watching it all the time. Like it's just always been a part of my life, for the most part.
I get that. So what was the first line you collected, like as a little kid?
LJNs.
Same.
Yeah, I had the LJNs and I had the Remcos.
I had the
Yeah.
Remcos as well. I'm so mad at myself. I sold them a bunch of years back to Remcos, and I don't know why I did that. I kick myself all the time over it, man. I had the ring and everything. What a dope.
Yeah, yeah, it's a cool line. I don't have many Remcos or LJNs, honestly.
Yeah.
I have almost all the LJNs except for the black cards. I have a couple of black cards. I'm trying to complete them. And don't tell Mike; he'll get on me for selling the Andre the Giant again. He walks up to me. He walks up to me at the World, and he's like, first thing he says is, "I can't believe you sold that Andre." And I'm like, "Had to pay for the broken heat, unfortunately." And
Yeah.
tap into what you love to help pay for stuff. But it was such a great
Yeah.
figure.
No, it's
But,
crazy.
I'm not an LJN fan, to be honest with you. It's like a shock to a lot of people, but I grew up on them. But they're dog shit, man. Like,
Well, it was nice of you to join us. I hope you have a good conversation. No, I mean,
my problems with the LJNs are like all the paint, all the paint's worn off of most of them. So you would have to get like a minty mint one, which is, pretty hard to do. And if you are, you're gonna be paying out the nose for it. And like they're not vibrant. You know what I mean? Like they're not, they're like dull. Even when they're mint, like they're just like dull up until like the last series. Like the last series a little bit vibrant, but they're just dull. Like, you know what I prefer over these? The WCW original San Francisco Twin Makers.
no, I see. I need to
better.
start collecting those next because those are, and they are more colorful. I do see what you're saying there, but
Yeah.
like I just have a special place in my heart. I grew up with them. I hated Hasbro's as a kid because I went from a 6-inch figure to a 2-inch figure that you couldn't play with, that had no articulation and had a stupid wrestling jump or punch or something ridiculous like that.
Young Figvault was doing cartwheels when Hasbro's came out.
Wow.
Hasbro's are the best.
So yeah, no,
I
I
love my
collected
Hasbro.
Hasbro's now. I've added them to my collection. I found an appreciation for them. I have Demolition. I have a Roddy Piper mint on card.
So have you guys collected your whole life?
Yeah.
Is there any gaps in your collecting at all?
Oh yeah, I started with LJNs and I tapped out after LJNs because I didn't want to get a 2-inch figure after having 6-inch figures, and I didn't actually get back into it until I met my wife and I started looking at the superstars, the classic superstars, and I saw the guys from when I was a kid, and she's like, "Why don't you get some?" And then she just lit the fire under me, and I haven't stopped since. So
She regrets it ever since too.
she loves fig hunting with me, and she'll go for me. So she's great. Like she'll go to Walmart and just like I'll get a call. She's like, "Oh, they have this and this. Do you need any of that?" So, and my mom does the same thing. So it's so good. My mom will go to Target, and it's like when I'm on the line, if I need one or two of it, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can use that one, and my mom picks it up for me again. And
The best.
moms are the best because they never take the money when you try to pay them. So
Damn right. No. Yeah. I mean, I've been collecting my whole life. I think I took like the high school girls are cool, toys are stupid break for a minute, but I picked right back up. I mean, it was maybe 2 years tops, but it was still walking past, looking at stuff. Like always kept an eye on it. But once I never really let go. It was always the best.
I always did the same thing. After I was out, I would still walk down the toy aisle and look at them. And then I'm thinking, well, I'm an adult. I shouldn't be buying this, until my wife helped me. And she's like, why not? If you enjoy it, get it. And I'm like, okay. So, so
doomed.
So, I mean, I know the story, but for the people who don't, because I've listened to your podcast already. So tell us your collecting story. I know you took a little break. Tell us about it.
I don't know. What was it? 1999. I was heavy into Bone Crunchers. I had them all. I had them all mock. I had them on my wall. It was the best. And then I discovered girls, and I was still collecting, but not as heavy. And then they transitioned to Titantron, and I was completely out. I was so heartbroken. I'm like, I can't start over. I got the Bone Crunchers, and they look like shit. So I just stopped. And then I stopped watching wrestling, everything, until I think like 2013. So I took a pretty long hiatus, and and I saw the figures in the figure out, and I saw them with the ab crunch. I'm like, these look like shit. I'm not missing.
It's funny, man, but it happens. Like, we all hit that space. I regretfully remember selling all I had every ring, every accessory that came out up until like 2004. And I was like, I'm not going to play with this stuff anymore. I was like, I'm going to give it to my girlfriend at the time's like little cousin. He'll enjoy it. And like, dumbest thing I've ever done. But shit happens. Like, what are you going to do about it?
My mom donated all my stuff.
Oh,
and I had all the Bone Crunchers mock. And once I moved out, she gave them all to my brother, and he opened them all up.
Oh,
so
my
heartbreaking.
gosh.
I'm so sad for you. This is my favorite line is my Bone Crunchers, man. Like, I still, like, if I see one that I strangely wouldn't have in the collection, I pick it up instantly. But it's like, I still, grapple gear, all that crap that came out at the time, like, it just brings me back. And like, even when COVID happened, I remember I found Makari. And it was like, it's getting crazy now. I was just spending hundreds on Bone Crunchers in the box out of like sets. It's like, give me them all, man. I'm here for it.
They're so great. I like,
they are.
You got the Godwins, you got Kurgan, you got the Truth Commission, Flash Funk, best Bone Cruncher of all time, by the way.
Yeah,
but it's just so cool. And we got Sultan and Bob Backlund. Before we had Sultan, it was just like, these are sick.
It was characters that were just all over the place, and I think that's what really made it such a unique line, such a memorable line. Was like, we got everything basically, and it all came out in a timely manner. I think like the only hiccup I complained about as a kid was like, why don't we have Kane like right now? And then they they went above and beyond, and they gave us that Kane with the grappling action, but like we got so many cool little things out of that. Like it was just the best line ever, man.
Justin Hawk Bradshaw,
like come on,
let's an elite of that, please.
100%, man.
How do we not have an elite of that? That's what I want to know.
It's surprising, right?
I don't know. We got JBL, we got the Acolytes, we got the APA. Like
we need Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Like, I mean, give me the Blackjacks too. What are we waiting for?
Definitely.
Yeah.
You know Steve's pushing for that, so.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like Steve's our generation, so all those guys, he's trying to get in the line, and he does when he can, and he's done such a killer job with it. And to me, the Legends line just keeps getting better. And I know you're like me. If every figure I bought could be a Legends, I would opt out. I would love that. Like I do get some modern guys, but I'm more all in on the Legends.
Yeah. Legends are the best.
Yeah, they are. The Legends series, they've done such a good job. Now we got Legends Ultimates. I just picked up the Yokozuna. I saw you have the Yokozuna. I ordered them both from Target.com, and I got one of each. I was very happy to for that to happen.
Big
But
boy.
I did 2 separate orders of 2, and I got one of each time. So
makes me want to do it again because I would like to have ones to open as well. But
Yeah,
it's so expensive to order 2 of everything.
he's
It
worth
is.
opening though. He's a
1,000%, 1,000% you need one to open.
So are you a mint on card guy or are you a loose guy?
I'm both.
You're same thing, and that's what makes us broke all the time.
Yeah. I used to just be a loose guy, and I used to be real into Funko Pops, and I had the whole wall in my basement was just all Pops. And then I was like, yeah, man, I kind of want like Legends for the wall. So I sold my Pop collection, and I just bought a complete mock Legends line, like all the originals, and it's just I have them on the wall. And it's so beautiful. So
That sounds like an awesome wall. I just sold all my Pops as well. It's like I don't even know why I bought them. Like I know why I bought them because I bought 2. I bought a Piper and the Flare from Target, and I never was a fan of Pops, but I love Piper and I love Flare. And then the completist in me just kicked in, and it's like. Then one day I'm like, why did I buy these? I don't like them.
it's a genius line. It's just like I bought a Batman for my wife, and I'm like, oh, let me buy you the Mountain from Game of Thrones. And there's so many different avenues, and there's so many different licenses they have, and it's all in one universe. So it's really like the perfect line, but I just had to get out. It was my wall was full. I had nowhere else to put them, and they're not stopping anytime soon. And that was like 2 years ago when I sold them. So I don't even know where I'd be.
It's wild because it's like they cover every genre of entertainment, everything, and like
everything.
Where do you draw the line? Like, oh, I'm only going to get TV ones. I'm only going to get me like I've only bought like 2 wrestling ones, and I got the Pantera set because I'm a big Pantera fan, and like we don't got Pantera action figures, right? So we needed to get them in the household. So I was like, yeah, man, but I couldn't. I would kill myself. I had so many of these, like, because I'm into a lot of like cartoons and stuff like that. And there's the line for it, but like, do I need a Huckleberry Hound in pop form? Absolutely not.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Come on,
But it just doesn't end. It's like, oh, I like Frosted Flakes. I need a Tony the Tiger.
They're great. Like,
dude, that's funny you should say that.
It's just it doesn't stop. It's everything.
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it was for me to leave the Tony the Tiger Pop in the store when I saw it? Like, I multiple times went back and looked at it, and I'm like, I want this, but I don't need it. But like they get you. Didn't they have the Lucky Charms one too, right? Like I wanted all those.
I had them all.
Tricks.
I didn't have them all, but yeah, I had all the cereal ones for sure.
I think they really jumped the shark with the line with the Cocoa Puffs one, though. It was too far. All right.
Sonny's great.
I still have a couple. I saved a couple. I kept the Flare one that came with the 2K game as a collectible one. I love that
that's
one.
A nice one. That's
one of my favorite ones. Yeah, that's the only one I have him, and I have Piper. That's the only 2 I have.
I have the Grover from Sesame Street where he's actually felt and not the plastic.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, the Flock. That's how I got into Pops. I was like, oh, Sesame Street figures. I like Sesame Street when I was a kid. I need this. And then I got them all. And I'm like, yo, these are sick. And then that just grew from there. But yeah, those Sesame Street ones are sick.
They really are. They really are.
You get me all itchy. I kind of want to get them again.
Right. I love the music ones. I just wish we would get instruments. Like, I think the Metallica one has instruments. I was so mad. Like, Dimebag comes with a guitar, but Rex doesn't have a bass. Vinny doesn't have any drumsticks. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, give him some sticks.
Yeah, give him some sticks, man.
One of my favorite questions to ask people is rules. Do you have any special wrestling figure collection rules that you go by?
Dude, I'm a wild card. I mean, no, I don't have any rules, man. I just collect what I like. I don't know. Everything changes with me. I used to be a loose guy, like I said. Now, I with Legends, I get 2 of each. I have to have the mock on the wall, and I have to have 1 loose. But then you see them on clearance, like, oh, $6. Yeah, $6 Edge. Need this, and then I have so many clearance Legends stocked away. It's just crazy.
Same thing. I can't tell you how many Brother Loves I have. I saw the Brother Loves for $6. Every time I saw a Brother Love for $6, I couldn't leave it in the store. It's like, nope.
We've been wanting Bruce for so long, and we got him.
For the price of a Bone Cruncher. Come on. How are you going to go wrong with that?
You have both versions of it? There's one that says first time in line, and there's one without it.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah. I opened mine that didn't have the first time in line, and I need one without the first time in line. Just 'cause I'm
Dude,
sick.
it's a dangerous game, man.
Well, speaking of,
Boom.
Yep, there it is.
so
There
I
it is.
didn't know.
Slide in the DMs.
I'm gonna have to see if I have another one that doesn't have it, and if I do, it's yours.
Sweet.
So,
See, look at that.
and I
we're
probably do
saving the
have
world over here.
and
Wrestling
I'm also
Figure
sending one
Mafia,
to Mike
man.
because Mike never even got the brother.
Dude,
Love, so.
yeah. Now I just got the Survivor Series set because it was on sale on Amazon the other day, and I was like, I bite myself in the ass because it was.
What do you mean you don't have the brother love?
I've
That's
seen it
such a great
once.
figure.
I've seen it
You've never
once.
seen it? What?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
You're in
That's
Chicago,
insane.
right?
Yeah, my targets are wilding over here, man.
Oh, I thought I just figured because Chicago's such a good wrestling town that it would be stocked because that's how it is
Sometimes.
around here.
Yeah, sometimes it's really dry. Like this last, I mean, you thank you so much for the Piper, man, because like I've been stuck looking for the unrivaled 14, all this like Swerve. I just bought secondary market. I'm not seeing them anywhere, and it's just like some months are very dry. And some months you're like swimming in toys, and you're like, "What the hell am I doing with all this?" It's crazy how it works.
Hey, Mike, go to ringsidecollectibles.com. Use code Tavern. Save yourself 10% at checkout.
I absolutely will remember that next time I go out to order some.
There's some pre-order stuff up now for
But
AEW.
They ain't got the Piper, my friend. That's what I'm talking about.
That is true. But I
Pretty
just
good.
I want to go back to what you said, Joe, just a minute ago, when I asked you about the rules, because to me, what you said is the best rule. I collect what I like.
Yeah.
Like sometimes. Go ahead.
Yeah, the only thing I'm like a completist on is WWE Mattel Legends. That's it. I guess that's just my main rule. I got to get 2 of each. But like, a lot of people I don't know. I feel like some people just collect just like flex certain things, and it's just like like, oh, I have every wrestling figure ever. It's like like, do you need every wrestling figure ever? Like, there's a lot of trash ones out there.
And it's a weird flex to have, right? Like, I collect a bunch of plastic guys, right?
If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But like, I just get what I like, and like out of the Legends line, I get what is that? That Stacy Keebler, that Hurricane.
Yeah,
and I think that's like the only ones I felt were like, maybe shouldn't be in the line, but I get it. They're running out of guys, so they're just plugging people. I understand, and I'm getting older, so those guys are legends now.
I feel like that's the hard thing to conceptualize as a fan is like, why is Hurricane in the Legends line? Like, it makes no sense. But you're like,
AJ Styles, AJ Styles paying me to get that. That was just like, man, I gotta get 2 of these fucking things. But,
so stemming off that, I have a quick question because we were talking about Legends and it's on the mind right now. But what's your favorite iteration of the Legends line when we had that gap? Like we had the Hall of Champions, there were those were, I consider those kind of Legend lines because it was figures from our time, man. You know what I mean? So like, what was your favorite that we're like, all right, I get this and I kind of love it, and now I got to get it all.
You mean like my favorite line that was like in that gap between Legends?
Yeah, because we had Hall of Champions, we had a few
Hall of Fame.
Yes,
I love the Hall of Fame line. That was a great
thought that
line.
was cool. I love the podium. That was like you got little accessories, you got the little plaque. Like it was cool stuff to get.
I agree. Like when you asked that question, that was the first line that came to mind. I love the Hall of Fame line. I have every one of those. That was a great line.
That got me back. Those were my first elites. They was a Series 1 Ultimate Warrior Hall of Fame.
Beautiful.
I saw that because when I got back in, I was collecting Hasbros, and I'm like, and I completed it, and I'm like, I got all the Hasbros now, and I was just like, man, what's next?
Yeah.
And then I saw that, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get the top 10, my top 10 favorite wrestlers in this figure form, and that's it.
That's
cool.
Cool.
I never stopped.
I love that. The packaging on those Hall of Fame figures was stellar too. Like it really hit the vibe, and like same thing with the Hall of Champions ones. I really like the plaque with all the belts in the background. Like it had a vibe to it. I was like, ooh, that's nice.
Those ones were kind of tough to get. The Hall of Champions. They were way more limited than the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame was easy.
Yeah, no, that Ron Simmons took me forever to hunt down, man.
I found it once. And you know what? I got a secondary market. I've never seen it in stores.
That's crazy. Wow. That's wild, man. But hit or miss, man. Like I remember they had those like 3-pack, 2-packs, like the Hardy's 2-pack. I seen them once, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back and get it. Never seen it again, and I was not paying $300 for a Hardy Boys 2 set.
Oh,
the Team
moment?
Extreme. Yeah, those great
With
idea.
the ladders.
Yeah, I loved it. Thought it was a
Yeah, in
great box.
stores. Never saw it in stores, and I was like,
Once.
I'm gonna get this on clearance, and I never.
It's the worst when that happens, though.
Was
Then,
that
like,
the WWE shop exclusive?
No, so the WWE shop exclusive is in the retro design packaging from that, like it mimics like Series 1 or
Right.
the old
Yeah.
2-packs, but the Team Extreme set, it was a Kmart exclusive. It had like a white box to it. It came with a bunch of ladders, but it was commemorate their return at WrestleMania for the ladder match when they came back.
Oh no, I have
And-
that, but that was a Kmart exclusive, was it?
Yeah, it was Kmart exclusive.
I never
At least
bought a
here
figure
it was.
at Kmart, so
And
I
I
have
miss
it.
Kmart, man.
It's
I
right
love
there.
I struck gold at Kmart so many times. I remember I walked in there and I found Elite 16 Kevin Nash, both of them, Diesel and the Outsiders one, and I was like so stoked. Bought them both. Then I like a month later, whatever it was, I've seen how hard they were to come across, and I was like, oh way! Like I miss having that third outlet, man, of a store to go to, and not just a Walmart, not just a Kmart, but it's good stuff.
Hell yeah!
what about-
I found real quick. I found a ringside exclusive Heartbreak Kid, the early '90s version at Kmart. Like, it was
That's
like,
great.
what is this? What is this doing here? Yeah. What, you used to be able to order ringside figures off of a website and then pick it up there, and I guess somebody returned it there, and that's how it got there.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
Awesome though.
So, what is your Grail piece in your collection right now?
My Grail piece.
Yeah.
My probably my GI Joe Roddy Piper figure.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
very nice.
I have that graded. I wanted that for so long, and I finally got it.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have
Got
a
nothing but respect for that one.
do you have a piece that's eluded you that you've been looking for and on a search for and have it saved in your eBay searches?
Nah, man, I'm sick. If I want something, I get it.
Wow, I like that.
I'm a wild card. I have stuff in my save searches for like wrestling cards right now, and I have a couple in there for Figvault that I look out for him. But like, if I want it, I just get it. I'm a degenerate.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't have kids, so it's
Yeah.
real. It's easy.
Same
for me.
thing.
I
have a
kids,
lot
and
of
I'm
little
still
plastic
degenerate.
kids just laying around. Not plastic and rubber kids. That's it.
The, the worst is when you do have kids, is getting them hooked on it, because my 2 girls love wrestling, and it's just every time I get something new, they're like, "Can we open it with you? Can we play with it?" Like, they seen Gobbledygooker, they're like, "Who's the chicken guy? Like, let's get this out of the box." I'm like, and I love it at the same time, but I'm like, "Don't touch my toys, they're mine."
Yeah, I would be the same way.
Yeah.
I get it too. And like I much like you, when I was shopping for a house, I saw this basement of the house we live in, and I'm like, oh, this is my house. We live in a ranch house, and the basement's the whole size of the house. So I told my wife, this is our house. You can do anything you want with upstairs. I'm taking the basement.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was understood. We have a rancher too, and yeah, she likes my collection. She's into it, but she's not buying figures for herself, but she kind of enjoys it with me, and she's
cool.
a big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. My wife loves wrestling. We sit there, like, I'm lucky because I get to watch everything with her because she wants to watch it.
Yeah,
So-
my wife got me back into wrestling.
Wow.
Like I wasn't watching it, and she's from Colombia, and she's like, I want to watch Stone Cold and The Rock, and I'm like, I don't know how we would even do that. And then she's like, the WWE Network, and then we got the network, and I was back in, baby.
That's cool.
That's
man.
awesome.
You gotta love that. The supporting wives are the unspoken people back here that help take care of everything. I'm telling you, when I'm shooting or when I'm looking at stuff, like, she's already online pre-ordering shit when I'm not even paying attention to it. She holds my lights for me. Like, she's it's the best. You gotta really love the team effort we all got going here.
When my wife told me she liked wrestling when I first met her, I'm like, no, you don't. She's like, yes, I do. I had to start asking her trivia questions, and I'm like, okay, I guess you do really like watching wrestling. So I was like shocked. I'm like, okay, you're perfect. That's why I think we got engaged in it took me about 3 weeks to ask her. I'm like, I can't let this one go. So
And his best Howard Finkel, like, who won the 1997 Royal Rumble? I love
no,
it, man.
I remember when we went to the Hall of Fame. I think it was at WrestleMania 20, and Snuka was there, and he was walking like just a couple of people ahead of us, and she just flipped out, and I had to like keep her calm and quiet because she loves Superfly, and who didn't love Superfly?
Yeah, you got to keep him, calm and quiet around that guy.
Yeah. Even still,
I think you're safe now.
he'll haunt your ass.
So let's talk about your social media presence. How'd you get started with that?
Probably Mike. Mike and I we met on the boards and we talked, and I think we both started our Instagrams around the same time, and
Okay.
I was just like, oh, I'm gonna, it's a flex. It's like, oh, let me post the new figures that I get, and it was slow going for a long time, and I don't know. Once I got my house and I built the vault, and I had a cheesy names. I think Figure Obsessed, Fig Bully, just terrible, embarrassing fucking names. And then I just went with Figvault, and I social media is tough. It's like a job. Like,
Yeah.
I post like, I don't know, I feel like on average like 5 times a day. And then I got all my other platforms I have to post for. And it's not like you're just posting stuff, you're creating content. It's it's a bit much, but I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Same. Absolutely.
It's a
the
blast.
same.
I
I'm gonna
wouldn't
ask.
want to be doing anything else. Like, I love taking pictures. I love talking about toys. I love meeting people that like talking about toys. You guys are all rock, man.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, check out this new figure I have. Love me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get them
Give them the
likes.
Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, you're all right.
No, I love the social media. I love connecting with everybody on there. That's like the
best.
funnest part for me.
Dude, and it's so fun. And then like WrestleMania weekend, bumping into you at the Superstore and at the major pod event. Like, it's so cool getting to meet you guys in person. Like, I absolutely love that.
Yeah, I didn't meet anybody. I recognize you, and I went and talked to you, but like I really didn't talk to anybody. I don't know. I thought we would have been starting a pod by then, and I'd be unmasked by then, but I wasn't. And like I just felt like a dick. Like, hey, I'm Figvault. Nice to meet you. You know what I
You
mean?
did
Like,
it to me, and I didn't think you were a dick or anything.
because I know. I mean, I feel more comfortable with you. I know who you are. Like,
Yeah.
but I like did it for like Bill and like Steve. It's just
Yeah.
so embarrassing. It's like, oh, listen to my podcast. What's coming up? Like,
I get it. I absolutely get it. But let's put Mike on the spot. I'm gonna give a little tease for. Well, first of all, before I put Mike on the spot, tell us how you finally started the podcast. What made you guys finally decide to do it?
I mean, we talk like when I say like we talk wrestling all day, like we talk wrestling all day. Wrestling figures. We talk a little bit of wrestling, but it's mostly about the figures, and like we just text all day, and like whenever we meet up, like because he only lives like 20 minutes from me. Like whenever we meet up, it's always supposed to be a quick thing, and like I'll end up standing in his driveway for 3 hours talking to him. But it
Sounds familiar.
it flows so well, and it's like you feel like no time going by. And I was just like, yeah, we should do a podcast. And then we would talk about it for a little bit, and he's like, who's gonna edit? And then we kind of just both Homer Simpson into the bushes. We didn't want to do all that, but I bring it up like, I don't know, I felt like once a year the past few years, and then we're talking about it, and I was just like, yo, motherfucker, we're doing this. And then he was on board, and we hammered it out, and we just started doing it.
It's great.
Well,
man.
I mean, it's an absolutely amazing podcast. Mike, one of the questions that was asked on last week's episode, and Fig Heel has an absolutely amazing answer to this. And I'm not going to tell you guys what it is, because if you want to hear his answer, go listen to last week's podcast. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done to get yourself a figure?
Man. I think I mentioned it on here. Like, Nicole is like straight up taking a toy that some kid was looking at KB Toys. It wasn't even anything great. It was like a Ruthless Aggression Ric Flair, and I was like, I need the Ric Flair that's got the updated, like it looks like ECW Ric Flair. Like, it was one of those things, and like some kid had it in his hand, was the only one there, and I was like, son of a bitch, you know, I lost
Little
the damn Ric Flair.
motherfucker.
The wife walks right over. The kid put it down for 2 seconds to look at his mom and go, "Mom, can I get this?" And she just went, yoink. Hey, let's go. I'm at the register. Walked right over there. I was like, oh, hell yeah. And like, oh, I think that's about as vicious as it gets over here.
That's something. That reminds me what Seth did in Hawaii. Seth Phelps from the Chick Foley show. He was at I think it was a Toys R Us, and he saw they were holding him behind the counter, and he went in and told them they were holding him for him. And he just took
Oh, I love that. I love that.
That's a pro move.
That is
Yeah,
a very
I like
pro
that a
move,
lot.
man. Yeah.
That is a pro move.
You can't really, yeah. That's beautiful. You know, you just walk in, you're like, oh, who's that? Yeah, that's me.
Who else is calling for wrestling figures? It's me.
Yeah,
That's it. Exactly. Listen, I can't even think of anything embarrassing I've ever done to get a figure. Like,
oh, I can think of a few more things. Like, I used to go to work with my dad all the time. And, like, he worked at this warehouse. I would just sit on the phone calling every Toys R Us, KB Toys in the city. Like, hey, and like eventually the guy's like, dude, we don't have that damn Chaos in the cell set. Like, stop calling here. It'll be here when it gets here. It was like, but I was vicious like that. I knew, like, I need Too Cool. Too Cool's supposed to be hitting this week. Bro, you got Too Cool yet? Like, you know, it was consistency. But is looking back at it, is probably annoying the shit out of every worker in a 10-mile radius.
I could tell you, I just thought of the most embarrassing thing I've probably done. It was just a couple of weeks ago at WrestleCon. I paid a couple of people $20 to go pick me up 2 more of the Macho Man Big Rubber Guy exclusives they had there. Does that count?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's pretty embarrassing.
But it's a smart play, man.
Listen, it worked.
Was there a limit on them?
They were limiting you to 2 each. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ugh.
Yeah. So I wound up.
I wouldn't call that embarrassing that much. I think it was more of a
It was
power move.
embarrassing going up to the people asking them,
Fuck
hey,
yeah.
Taking the hat off, like curling it up, like, hey, excuse me, can you do me a big
Yeah. Hey, I need 2 more of these exclusives.
I mean, for wrestling collectibles, I did cut. I mean, Tom was there. How many people did we cut in line for the CM Punk shirts at the first dance? I literally walked up.
You
looked
cut
at these
90% of the line.
And I was like, I will give you guys $100 or I'll buy your shirts right now. Let me cut in line. And I was in a few beers, so I was a little risque at the moment. But they were like, no way in hell. And I was like, I guess what? I'm just going to stand here. And nobody said a damn word to me. But I was there shirt. I got Tom and I think I bought like 5 shirts. I was buying people shirts, and it was a good time. Like, eventually it paid off. But looking back at it, that was a rotten move, man.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, listen.
I'm like, hey!
Yeah. I would have been like, you come over here. I'll buy you a shirt too. Come on, let's go.
I would have piped down real quick.
Yeah. I'm a friendly risk taker. Like, I'll make it worth your while as long as we do some business here. Oh, it's good stuff, though.
Oh, yeah. That was a fun day. That was like, yeah, I do remember you cutting that line.
I missed the whole show. I watched Punk. That was it. I went and got a drink, and I was in line with my brother-in-law, and you were like, where are you guys at?
And then we got free ice cream on the way out the door.
And then we got free ice cream. It was a great time.
Oh, man. So what else? Tell the people where they could listen to your podcast. We talked about it a ton. It's the Case Fresh podcast. Tell everybody.
Spotify, Apple. It's on YouTube now. I think Mondays the video version drops, and I think Thursday you can find it on. I mean, it's Amazon Music. It's on all the main podcast hosts. Whatever.
So if you're not listening to it yet, add it to your playlist. I have it on mine. It's just so I feel like the knowledge there, like I'm learning as I listen to it every week. I absolutely love it. Like listening to Mike's takes on things. He's so good. Like I remember when he came on here, I'm like, dude, you need to come on more. Like your knowledge, like he just has these little tidbits of info that just make so much sense that you never really think about.
Yeah, so, he's the man.
Yeah, and his books are incredible. He's so good. I can't wait to get him back on. Now we're gonna do a show when we get both of you on here, and we'll just have a fun roundtable. We could I think that'll be a blast. It'll be like a nice crossover episode.
I like it.
Sure. Sure.
So what else you got going on? Any big purchases planned? Anything? What are you most looking forward to that's not in your collection now? Like if you could come out with something to add to your collection that's not out, what would it be?
With like fantasy booking,
Yeah.
put me on the spot here. I would probably want a Flash Funk Elite. To be honest,
Ooh, me
with you.
too.
Ooh.
1000%.
I've been wanting a Flash Funk forever, and come on, Steve, give us that.
They
Sign
can't. They
me up for
can't
that.
outdo that Bone Cruncher though. It's like one of the best things. It's the
Yo.
best. It's the best figure ever, man.
Bill would crush a Flash Funk figure. It would
Oh.
be so dope. I need that.
Man, with the displacing hips too, so you could do those beautiful leg drops. I'd be so happy, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. I have to agree with you 100% of Flash Funk. I think we need to be more funky in this world,
To be
man.
more I know. I remember looking at the Superstore at the World, and just the ultimate display, man. I'm like, how do you? I said it to Bill because he was there when I was like, dude, how do you improve on these figures? Because they're already lifelike looking, like they look so amazing. The scans and everything. I can't believe how far they've come. And I'm like, he's like, it's getting challenging to like try and improve upon him. He goes, but don't worry, we have ideas. So I can't wait to see what's next. The way they nailed the Captain Lou Albano, the way the vest fits over the shirt. Like, imagine if that was a few years ago, it would have been bulky and it wouldn't have looked good. Like,
Yeah.
it looks so good the way they've nailed that. Like, I need so many more of these Captain Lou figures just to, I hope they go on clearance. He's doing a split.
Yoko
What
can
the-
do the splits. The displacing hips on Yoko is insane, by the way. Not on my card for 2024, I'll tell you that.
That's what I need next. I need Mr. Fuji in our Elite collection.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
With you know how they did the smoke for Goldberg, we need like a throwing pin in the
Salt.
hand with the salt, you know, that would look so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah, we need the Yoko Fuji. We need the Demolition Fuji.
Fuji
And
Vice
that's
Fuji.
awesome. You
Yeah.
could get Fuji just swappable heads. You have regular
Yeah.
Fuji, now you have Demolition Fuji. It's so easy.
Yes.
Put that in a Legends line. It's a layup. Come on,
Yeah,
give it
it's,
to me.
it's so easy. Just do it.
Just do
Yeah,
it.
just sign the guy
do
to a
it.
damn
Just
contract.
do it.
So,
I like
Oh,
it,
man.
man.
You're so lazy. Just do it.
Just do it. Make it happen. Come on. You guys don't like money? I could swear you like money.
Oh, they're not available to you? Make them available.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you waiting for? Well, me and Mike have a plan for next year's WrestleCon. We're gonna find out all the guys Steve wants to sign. He's gonna give us their contracts. We're gonna go ask for autographs on the contract and then just bring it back to Steve. And then we can get all those figures.
The old switcheroony.
And I would love it if Mattel could do that. If they could just sign guys independently. Oh,
Oh, like
I feel
Jack
like we're
used to.
closest to it
It'd be-
as we have been. Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
I'm here for it. Like, if you would have told me we were getting the 10 pounds of gold last year with Harley, I'd be like, okay. But now we're seeing it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, things are getting good, man. I'm here for
It's
it.
kind of crazy.
Oh,
Who knows?
it's the best it's been. It's I don't know. It's so wild. Like I can't wait for a Comic-Con to see what's coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
I feel like I like Comic-Con more than like I like any other like reveal
Yeah.
thing, because it's just like, all right, like give it to me, like show me the good stuff.
And we're basically getting like 2 Comic-Cons now because I mean they're killing it at World. They showed so
Insane.
much stuff. It's like how much more stuff is there? Crazy.
It's
They-
so
even
true.
last year, like it's just the evolution of where it came from to being like a small display. Like I feel like post pandemic, they really stepped up everything. And they're like, you guys want good, like here's everything. Like here you want reveals, you got reveals. We're signing everybody. You got Sandman and Zumbas. I mean, for God's sakes, like what more can you want from us? Flash Funk,
Funk.
that's what. Yeah,
You're both on the same page with that.
I love it.
I'll take a Flash Funk. Come on, give it to me. I'll
Yeah.
take. Listen, I still want a Brooklyn Brawler. How do we not have a Brooklyn Brawler in our collection?
Yo,
Like, what are we waiting for?
I need that. I need
Right?
that.
Rip
Give me a
shirt.
Brooklyn Roller.
Dude, I remember.
Oh, you
Pop-
can't put Yankee logos on it. Make it happen.
Right?
Just do
Make
it.
I mean, you
Reverse
can
them.
put
Do
a
something.
little NY that looks similar to a Yankee logo on it. It doesn't have to be exact.
Yeah, fuck it. Just put the Yankee logo on.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Hey, listen,
Call
as a
the
Yankee fan,
Yankees.
I'm all for that. So,
Yeah,
I'm just
I've seen
joking around, by
baseball
the way.
themed
I don't
Barbies.
really
no,
feel
you're
like-
serious. Don't be breaking your gimmick. No, I'm kidding.
Nah.
No, like I'm loving the Coliseum collection. That's one of
No,
my
it's-
favorites, right?
Oh, I love it too. It's see,
So
I don't.
fun.
I'm not a fan of the LJNs, but these are great. Like I love
Yeah.
this theme. It's a good theme.
Yeah, I
Very
can't wait to
cool.
see like what other sublines, like the territory line. I wonder who's coming next in that. Like we could get it. Oh, I guess we can. I was gonna say we could get a young Ric Flair in that, but I guess not. I was thinking.
You never say never.
I mean, never say never. You never know. Like look at all the guys that have contracts with the WWE legends that are still in AEW. Billy Gunn.
True.
So I mean,
Jake the Snake.
Jake the Snake. Let's work out a deal with Ric Flair. folks. What are we waiting
Yeah.
for? So, and it's Sting. Let's get Sting back under a Legends
Yo,
contract.
I need Sting.
Yeah. We were
Come on,
robbed
just
with that
sign
Legend
Sting. Big deal. Just do it.
Steve Borden.
Just do it.
Go get his phone. Look it up in the yellow pages, bro.
Matter of fact, don't even sign him. Just release the Legends figure anyway. Just fucking do it. What's he gonna do?
That's
Yeah.
it. Like, and then send them a figure as a thank you. Like, here, we made this. We thought you
in
might
your
want
likeness.
Yeah.
It just needs to say in the likeness of Sting. And we got it. Like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. Oh, what's the big deal?
one. Or they could sign
What are you gonna do?
Stang
You're
much
retired.
cheaper.
Right?
Just sign Stang much cheaper, and then there you go. Make it say Stang, even though it looks like Sting.
it's a capital L, but like, or it's a lowercase L, so it's Sting, but you can't tell the difference. So nobody's gonna complain. We're all good.
There you go.
Slang.
I love it. I love all the legends we're getting. I feel like there's so many more possibilities. We're getting 3-minute warning in the next legend set. Like,
That's wild. And how crazy is that they're now they're doing the promoting with 2K. So you're gonna have 3-minute warning in 2K because we're getting 3-minute warning figures, but they're only gonna be 3-minute warning as action figures. Fucking mind blowing.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they got little tags on them, and they're gonna have codes. So I guess the next Legends line is all gonna be available in 2K in figure form.
Wow.
Sign me up. I'm here for it.
You play WWE 2K at all?
I'm one of those guys that get all hype and I buy it and I play it for 2 days and then I'm out.
Dude, that's me exactly up until this year. It's the most I've ever played a game.
I bought a PS5 to play with Tom, and I've turned it on twice since I've got it.
Yeah, it sounds good in theory, but it's just like, all right.
Who's got time for this shit?
Exactly. Like, I have people at work, friends at work, who have like kids and a family, and they sit at home playing video games all the time. I'm married. I don't have kids, and I still don't have time to play as much as I would want to. I get to play like an hour a week. So,
And you missed out on Ichiban.
I did miss out on Ichiban in the game.
That was a very not fun promotion because it was like, oh, we're announcing it on 410, and you got until 420 to figure it out, and it's like, oh, Target's got nothing on the show.
We're gonna have to talk to Steve about that next week. Steve,
Yeah,
can you
that
get us
was-
some codes?
That was
making it-
because a lot of people thought you had to buy that Hogan to get
Right.
it.
Yeah, and like the list of figures that were qualifying for it was like super small, and like, it was a link that you had to click. Like they didn't just tell you it.
I couldn't even find a list of figures. Like, who was it even? Was it just all the legends up
It
until
was
that
basically
point?
just all the legends.
Gotcha.
They've released a Target.
Ultimates though too counted. Like the
Did they?
ultimate, the tan Ultimate Warrior counted.
Oh, okay. Those are legends.
I bought the Triple H Legends again just to,
get-
just to get the code, and it was like a day late. I was like, fuck.
Oh,
It's-
man.
yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll get another chance eventually. 'Cause
I think eventually it'll be available to everybody. So,
Ichiban #1.
listen, next week we get to see Punk pack with Sandman in it. So,
Oh, I'm
So-
more- yeah.
So if you get the season pass, do you get that? Do you get that Hogan, or was that?
Oh.
It's those so they
just-
give you like what's the card game called? My
My
Faction. So
My
they have
Faction.
My Faction mode. So it's basically card collecting, which I think is an awesome idea. This could be a standalone game on its own, but you build up your card base, but you get locker codes, which are like DLC codes, and the only way to get them is by doing certain things. And Hogan was a locker code. You were only able to get it by emailing Mattel a copy of your receipt with a picture of the figure, which I thought was insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone's looking at that, huh?
Someone's looking at that, right?
Yeah.
But the best thing I could say I got out of it is I have the tag from Target with Ichiban on it that's got the QR code. Because I seen that there. I didn't even see the figure, and I was like, that's coming home with me.
Dude, and I think, honestly, it's the My Faction that's got me hooked on going back to 2K24 this year. Because the idea, like, you're making a collector collect something in the game.
Yeah.
It's just so much fun collecting those cards and seeing who am I going to get now. And I get to play as all these different wrestlers. And the thing that's crazy, like I was playing yesterday and I was Finn Balor, and it made me re-fall in love with Finn Balor. And I'm like, I need to start a universe mode and make him my champion. He's so damn good in the game. Like, he's so fun to play as.
Yeah.
So,
You gotta get the Finn Balor the
buddy.
Demon Finn Balor on the locker code, man. That's another thing. Like you can't get there's certain characters
What's up, Maddie?
personas.
the real Goldberg has just showed up. What's up, Matt?
And Bret Hart likes this one. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy. I love the intuitiveness. I think collabing and putting figures in the game is one of the coolest things that you could possibly do, because it just
They should take it a step further though. Instead
Just
of
the whole
collecting
game.
cards, you just collect figures in there.
100%.
The little mock figures. That would
cross
get me
marketing,
in.
man.
I'd be all
That's what
into
I
that.
seen Rosie and Jamal, and I seen the stickers on the boxes. I was like,
Whoa,
shut up.
whoa,
Maybe they
whoa.
haven't been in a game yet.
Time out. Tim, explain to us how you did this, because if I could get it, I want it.
Ichiban
We need
number one,
we need
brother.
some answers from you. It's okay, Goldberg. We'll forgive you.
Yes, it's all good.
I'm gonna start sending you reminders of when we're going live. We're
Right?
going live. And speaking of which, Goldberg, you haven't even been on here. We have to get you back on. You haven't been on here
Yeah,
forever.
we haven't had Goldberg on in a hot minute, man.
No.
And he's been killing it. You guys have the shot of the week. What did you call it?
Fresh shots.
Fresh shots. Beautiful. Love the logo for it and everything. Matt Goldberg, the invitational fresh shot, man. It's so good.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's one of the OGs, one of the goats. Like,
Yeah.
he's been doing it for such a long time, and
No, he's an
respect
inspiration
I really,
to everybody
I really
out there.
respect his work.
And I love that shot too. The swerve doing the stomp. It's just beautiful, man. So good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
good
and he's
good
a good-
concept.
he's a
Like
good
what you
dude,
guys
too.
doing. Yeah,
very
100%.
I got to hang out with him when I was in Chicago. So we met him
Yeah.
at a toy store. We went shopping, and I don't think we
That
bought
was fun.
anything that day, did we?
You almost bought.
I almost bought the
You
Road
almost
Warriors.
bought Hasbro's, yeah, but they were missing shit and they
Yeah.
were expensive. And guy wanted $100 for them. The spikes were busted off the shoulder. But don't be doing that, man.
I definitely need Road Warriors Hasbro. So if anybody has an extra set of the Road Warrior Hasbros, please let me know.
Yeah,
Please
get-
let me know.
we gotta
so
get
I
you some
can-
more Hasbro's so you can be falling in love with it again, man.
Well, listen, I appreciate them now. I like them now. Like, I'm not a little kid anymore. I know what they mean to collecting. Like, they're really cool. Like, if you just want to display the Demolition, I love the Demolition. I have them right here somewhere. The Piper's the only one I have mint on card. I love that one. So I
Yeah.
plan on getting more Hasbros to add to my collection. So don't
Ooh.
worry.
What about retros?
I had all the retros and then I sold them all. And I'm like, I didn't, and now I hate that I sold them. I gotta stop selling stuff. Like, have you ever sold something and then instantly regret it?
All the time.
Yeah, exactly.
I've started collecting retros and stopped like 4 times, and I sell them every time.
I get that. I
It's
get
so hard.
that. I
It
have
is.
all the heels and faces. Like, those are awesome. Like, Zombie crushed it with those.
Yeah, those are ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I do have the retros since they've returned to Mattel Creations and Ringside
Yeah.
Collectibles. So,
Yeah.
and again, they're still in packaging, but
It's so hard to go back for all those.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I like. And don't get me wrong. I like the heels and faces, but there's some of them that just I don't like. They're like not like Hasbro's. In my
No,
opinion.
but
No, I
I
agree
feel
with
like as a standalone line, they're very nice in the style of Hasbro. Totally understandable. Like, they're more
For
like
sure.
art pieces too. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they're obviously all of our toys are our little art pieces, but like those are. I don't play with. I don't even like shooting them that much because it's like they're limited in mobility, but they look so nice. They're like, they're cool to have around. And I was so pumped about Raven. I like the little details he's doing there, the ministry shirt, little small things like that. Yeah, I love that. The stickler for it.
Joe just wants more Danielson toys, and if you haven't listened to the podcast, you don't know why Matt's saying that, but we know that Joe is a huge Brian Danielson fan.
Actually, I'm not.
I know.
Actually, I'm not at all. I don't get it.
Yeah.
He does a bunch of chops and a bunch of kicks and kick.
And braids his hair once in a while.
He's doing a submission. Oh, yeah, he's so fucking boring.
Show me a
like,
Texas
I
clover
love-
leaf and we'll talk.
I love Danielson.
he's a
I can
champ.
understand where you're coming from. Like, I can actually see your point, even though I love him.
He's a chant. And you know what? Like when I saw him live in Philly at the Rumble, everybody's doing the yes chant, sucked me in. I'm like, hell yeah, this is a great chant. His theme, in WWE was fire. Like, I
Yeah.
get it. But then that bell rings, or then he starts talking on the mic, and it's just like,
Yeah.
he's so basic to me.
I
And
like the
and he had that banger with Ospreay.
Oh.
That was a nice match, but still, like, I feel like Ospreay could have had that match with anybody.
That's. I feel like that's Ospreay's glass ceiling. Is he could probably have that match with anybody. Like
Yeah.
Evil Uno and Ospreay could probably tear the house down, and you'd be like, "Damn, I didn't know Evil Uno was that good."
Well, dude, it reminds me of the Omega match versus like the 6-year-old girl. Like, have you ever seen
Yeah.
that?
I haven't, but I know what you're talking
Banger
about.
after banger
Yeah,
after
Ospreay could do
banger.
the same thing. Put him in there with a broom, and he's gonna make the broom look good. Like,
Yeah,
that guy's just.
Yeah, and I'm sounding like a Dane O'Brien hater. I'm not going to call him Brian Danielson. I'm just going to go Dane O'Brien just to be more disrespectful. But I know he's good. Like I know he's good at what he does, but he's just not for me.
I get it.
And
I was never.
I know it
Undertaker.
pisses people off when I say it. Like,
He lost me when he said he was a vegan.
of course he is.
Yeah,
But,
of course he
I-
is.
Funny, like we all have some. Like that's what makes the world goes round. I can't stand Rey Mysterio. Like, how crazy people hate me when I say that, but I don't need.
Tom can't stand WCW.
Well, that's
And
true too.
it mind boggles me. Like he's
Who doesn't like WCW?
Tom? He doesn't even know
Oh.
he can't tell you one Harlem Heat match.
Come on, man. Yeah,
No.
WCW was good.
It was good. It was
It
great.
fell off. At
Yeah.
a certain point, I had to stop watching because WWF was just killing them, and
Yeah.
it really went downhill. But I mean, come on, man. The NWO, that
Yeah.
whole thing in the beginning.
I'm not forcing him to watch like
I watched
the
some of
Sin
that.
pay-per-view. I'm not like, come on, we gotta watch.
Go Go back before that. Go like Cactus Jack Vader, like how.
Oh, so good.
Well, actually, I'd like to
love
see that. I would like
Yeah.
to see that.
That's
so.
your homework
WCW 's
assignment
gold,
for this
man.
week. Go watch that.
That's
All
all right. We did a whole podcast about it, and he still didn't do it.
Come on, man.
I'll have to go back and watch some WCW. I
Get it
definitely,
with
I could watch anything Cactus Jack and Vader. So, like,
Yeah,
listen.
just skip the triple cage matches that happened every couple of years, like every 5 years or something like that.
Listen, I was all in on the Nitro stage. I was buying that, and I'm all in on the Monday Night Wars line.
We don't talk about the Nitro stage anymore.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
those damn advertisements still pop up, and like I just want to smash my phone.
I sent you one the other day. Like,
I was
I
gonna
know.
kill you. Take it down.
Why are we still advertising this?
Yeah,
You know
why are
what
we
I
rubbing
mean?
salt in the wounds? Like,
listen,
I
Cardone
love-
said it on the major pod this week. He goes like, now that the Monday Night Wars line is out, if they redid it, do you think it would sell? I wonder.
Yeah, y'all messed up.
Yeah,
Y'all messed up.
yeah.
Like-
That's what we're talking on tomorrow in our pod. So I don't want to go into detail.
Oh,
No,
it's gonna-
listen, guys. If you want to hear the talk, Case
Yeah,
Case
there's
Fresh
that.
Pod tomorrow. Check it out. Is it drop? What days does it drop?
Good plug.
Thursday.
Okay, so it
I
drops
think
on
it's Thursday at like 7 a.m. It should be there.
Okay, so every Thursday it drops, guys. You get the video version every Monday. You said
Yes.
every
Yeah.
Monday. So there you go.
Oh,
You don't want to.
You know what?
don't
You know,
wanna miss
fuck it. Let's talk the Nitro Arena.
here,
All right,
we're,
let's go.
guys. Welcome to Fignight.
That was good. That was good.
Ready.
I think it would work. I think it would work. I think the hype's at an all-time high now with the lines coming out. Everybody wants the elites, the ultimates. You know,
The ring's out here.
yeah, the ring's out here.
Yeah.
Got a
Listen,
ring.
Maybe we should ask Steve that next week. Steve,
We're
just put him on the spot on here.
just,
Steve, we
just
want you
fucking
just
do
to
it,
like
dude.
put up
Yeah,
the-
exactly. Why do we have to do a crowdfund? Just fucking make it. Take the
Yeah,
risk. If
dude,
you're
make the
stuck with
order.
them, you're stuck with them.
Yeah,
Steve,
what are
I don't
we
care
gonna
how
do
many
about
you sell. You just need to sell one to me, one to
Exactly.
Mike, one to
Yeah.
Joe.
it? When
It
you get to
doesn't- It doesn't matter if you make any money. You're a greedy company. Just make enough for us.
the
What? Mike,
Hey,
you need to talk to this guy. Look what he's saying. He doesn't live far from
Yo.
you.
I haven't seen him once. The shipper. I haven't even seen the shipper either. I don't get any. I don't get any fun like that, man.
I told
Matt
you.
is like an hour away, so he's got his own territory over there. I try not to Vince McMahon his WalMarts and his Targets and just walk in and start grabbing everything. Damn it.
I was telling Mike, I drove around about 4 weeks ago. I went to like 5 Walmarts, and I have a Walmart 5 minutes from my house. They never get anything. I was looking for the Monday Night War set. I'm like, I I guess I was almost going to stop at my Walmart at home. I was like, I shouldn't. They're not going to have anything. I'm like, let me do it. This is after missing 5 Walmarts. I go to my Walmart and they had the shipper with all the figures there. And I should have just went to that one first. They never get anything in my Walmart. Like, I live in Flemington. There's nothing around here. Like,
yeah, I got the barcodes. I went to my wife and like, Claudia, listen, you got to take this barcode here, ask that young gentleman to scan that and see if they have any in the back, and not even to go in the back and go look, just like which stores have it, and then we got a list of what stores had it, and we just hit those stores until we got it.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Man.
See, I went to you sent me the barcodes, and I asked at my Walmart, and she told me we don't do that, and I'm like, can you just check for me? She's like, no, I said we don't do that.
Man,
I'm like, okay,
that's
how
it is here.
This is why I hate
They're
this
cold.
store.
They don't give a shit what you're looking for. You'd be like, I need to call 911. They're like, yeah, go get a phone. They're in electronic.
I find Target's much more helpful than Walmart's. Like, if you ask a Target person, they'll go check in the back for you. They don't care. Like, they're so good.
Yeah.
So, but Joe, plug yourself. Tell everybody. That didn't sound right. Plug yourself. Tell people where they can find you on
the
social
after
media.
hours Fignight, huh?
You can find me at Figvault on Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and then on Case Fresh Pod on Instagram, Facebook, everything.
Yeah, guys. And you know what? We'll post the links in our social media, but I'm sure you're following them already. Great follows, guys. You want to check them out. Joe, thanks so much for coming on with us. I can't wait to get both of you here and just have a fun chat.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was my first podcast, and it was fun.
Hell yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Thank you for coming on. We really do appreciate it. And again, I'm thoroughly enjoying a new podcast. Again, like we are like people like, oh, somebody said to me, why are you promoting his podcast? I'm like, because we're all in the same community. And the more
Who the fuck said that?
I'm not going to mention who, but somebody sent me a message and wanted to know, like, why are you promoting another podcast? I'm like, because we all get along. Like, sweet. I root for everybody. Like, there's plenty of room for everyone, guys. You don't need to, like, exclude people. Like, stop.
I'm here for it, man.
Yo, who the fuck said that?
You're in trouble.
The wrestling figure mafia is coming for you, man.
There you go. And Tim, you didn't even tell us how you still managed to get the Hogan code, but that's okay, Tim. You could slide into the DMs and let us know how we could get it.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully.
Mike, any closing comments before we go, guys?
No, I just go follow the podcast. Go follow everybody's podcast. Fucking high fives to everybody. We're a great community, man. And I love seeing.
It's all love. It's all community.
Yeah, it's it because like. If whoever said that to you, send them my way too. We're gonna have some words, buddy.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was it?
I have to check my messages.
It was Steve.
No, I wouldn't be. I don't think Steve likes me. So I wouldn't even be surprised by that.
It was not Steve. I will tell you, it was not Steve. So that much I will say. But until next week, guys. For Joe, for Mike, for me. FigGuys out.
Reach for the sky, boy.